Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to learn about transitions by animating it between view controllers. That is, animating transitions between view controllers. Alright, so here I'll quickly show you how it looks like. So basically for now I have just made use of the uh, presenting view controller, that is, not the dismissing part. So the back part I have not done it yet, only the part where you click on the cell and it presents, it animates and it presents itself. So that I'll be doing. Um, I am just starting with a very basic level of animation. Later on we'll look into the bug fixes and how we should make it look better and everything. That will be done later, but today we should start with something basic. Alright, so the first and foremost thing that we need to do is we need to learn a little bit about UI view controller transitioning delegate and UI view controller animated transitioning. So these two are the protocols that we'll be requiring today so that we can work on animation. Alright, so the first thing that we have to keep in mind is this: while animating, so basically if you want to animate this object, you need to keep in mind that the cell that is here, you need to preserve its size and location and everything. So obviously in order to animate, we have to make a copy of this cell or this image and then present it here. Alright, so I hope you can get the idea. That's the first and the most important idea of this animation. So let's start with it now. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to go to main view, main storyboard, and have a look that whether this collection view has a reference or not. So if you can see, there's no reference, so we need to make this reference because we'll be using the collection view later on. Okay, so just click on this, click automatic. It should direct me automatically, but okay, whatever. What is that? Okay, anyways, so just press Control and drag and drop and type in collection view and connect. Okay, now next thing that you have to look in is we need to add in the delegate in this view controller to the segue. So basically we need to use this delegate because we have to have a reference of which controllers we want to animate. So we have the from view controller, that is our table view, a collection view, and the detail view controller. So let me do one thing. Let me make it a bigger screen here. So in order to do the transition, we need this delegate. Okay. All right. So let's quickly add in the delegate, that is UI view controller transitioning delegate. So this is the delegate that you need. Here's a short description: a set of methods that blend objects used to manage a fixed length or interactive transition between view controllers. So basically, in short, we are doing the delegate. Doing the transition using the delegate. Okay. So the next thing that we have to do, we have a function that is known as animation controller for presented. So again, this function is basically used for presenting the animation from the current view controller to the detailed view controller. Okay, and how we're going to present it using an object, which we'll be creating a little later. So let's say we'll keep this here and we'll create the object and we'll assign it to this so that everything will be done as a whole. Now next thing we need to do is we need to assign transitioning delegate here to self. So basically obviously we need this because then only we'll be able to set the animation. Alright, so here it is, a delegate object that provides transition, animated, interactive controller and custom presentation. So basically interaction. Alright, now next let's create an object, because obviously we need that object so that we can do the animation using that object. Okay, so replace, yeah, I created that before. Now here we need to add in a class which is going to help us to show the animation. Okay, so that class is known as UI view controller animated transitioning, already there. Alright, so there'll be some errors saying that few protocol steps are missing, so just click on fix and they'll add it for us. Now here basically what this is gonna do is it's gonna um, put in the time interval of the transition. For example, how long the transition is gonna happen. So here I've put in 0.5 seconds, so it's gonna work for 0.5 seconds. Alright, so next that we have to look in is this function. So this function is where the magic will happen. All the transitions and everything will be done here. So the main basic thing that we need to start with is we need to get in the controllers. Let's say let from view controller equal to, so from transition context we're going to get everything, whatever things we require. Okay, so transition context, where is that? Yeah, here you are. So for key from, sorry, yeah, so this is going to help us to get the from view controller, that is our collection view controller, or the view controller that has the collection view. Okay, so next is to view controller, because obviously we need the basic reference so that we can do animations between these two view controllers. That's why you need these. Okay, and here we are going to put in 2. So it's easy, you just need from and to and you'll get the from and to view controllers. Next we need to get the final frame of the detailed view controller. So basically why we need that, so that we can present it and at the end of the day end with a frame that has the detailed view controller size, image view of the detailed view controller. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do final frame maybe equal to transition context dot final frame for view controller to view controller, because to view controller is having the detail view controller. I hope you're understanding that. And next what we're gonna do is, oh, so let's do that. Yeah, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in the most important component, that is the container view. So what this is gonna help us with is container view basically is gonna add in all the animation views that's required for the animation to happen. So we really require this so that gradually whatever views that we are going to animate on, those will be added in the container view. So that is basically what is shown. That's why we require this and it's a must. Now next we have let index path. So if you remember about the cell, we need to get the index part of that cell. So how we're gonna do that? We are gonna do from Viewcontroller dot, remember the collection view that we just made? Oh, where is that? This actually causes problem. Oh yeah, we didn't do this. We have to assign it of type Viewcontroller, then only the components is gonna come. Now detail Viewcontroller. Now we need to add in the required things, that is this. And okay, yeah. Now collection view should be coming. Yeah, there it is. So collection view, and then we have to get in the index part of the selected items, the first item that is. So basically whatever item that is chosen, in short. Okay, so that is done. Now next we need to get the cell, so cell equal to um, from the same method, collection view dot. Now we need to get the cell at index, the index that is given here. Okay, so we got the cell, we got the index, and we need to make a copy of this cell, right? Yeah, when I remember. So let's do that. Let's create a copy of this cell. Let's say the name of this copied cell is temporary image. Okay, and what we're gonna do is something amazing. Not actually, we're not making a copy of the cell, we're making a copy of the image actually. So I'll type in cell dot image. Oh, where is the image? Okay, again I made the same mistake. So we have to keep it of type custom. Custom, why is it not appearing? Custom, oh yeah, there you are. Custom collection view. So yes, finally, and when we do, now it should be there. So we are going to take a snapshot of it. So basically this snapshot is just gonna take screenshot kind of the image that's there in the cell. And after screen updates, no, we don't require anything. We don't require anything. And next, let us go ahead and I think all the initialization is done for now. What we're going to do is we are going to add in few things like the frame of the image, what frame it should be having. So basically, if you just take the frame of this image or the frame of the cell, it exactly does not return you the exact coordinates that's visible for the, I mean, in the phone. So what you have to do is get the container view. So container view is what is shown, right, if you remember. So from the container view, we can get some few things, like the coordinates of this cell. So let's say container view dot, now we're going to convert few things. We're going to convert the rectangle that's visible in the UI view. So here the rectangle, I mean CG rect, is the frame that we're talking about regarding the cell. Okay, I hope you're getting the picture now. So cell.imageview.frame is what we require from the UI view, which is having cell.image.superview. So basically what this means is that we are going to take the, the cell frame from the super view of the cell. Okay, so there's an error. Let's check, where did that go? Okay, oh yeah, So yeah, insert that. Once that is done, now we can move on to the next step, that is putting in the few things that's required. For example, temp image dot content mode. Content mode is equal to UI view content mode. Content, yeah, UI view content mode. So here we are going to use aspect fit, and quickly let's have a glance at main storyboard as well, because we want to make sure everything is in aspect fit ratio. I mean, yeah, this image is in scale to fill, so let's put that to aspect fit, and let's see. Yeah, this is already in aspect fit, so no problem. Now let's go back to custom transition. So everything is in aspect fit, so we'll have no problem regarding um, the animation, like, it won't zoom out or anything. So we can do these small bug fixes later on, but first let's get the base correct. Okay, once this is done, next what we can do is the container view. The container view, we can add in few things that we have set up here. First is container view dot add subview. Right, so the first thing that we are going to add in is the to view controller dot view. Why we are adding this first? Because later on, after putting the temporary image that we need to display, we are going to remove that so that the two view controllers view will be displayed. Okay, so the next thing on top of this container view, we are gonna add in the temporary image that we just created. Okay, oh, I think temporary image is fine. Now next, after doing this, we can do few things. Oh, okay. Now we can do few things. First is we need to start animating. So let's start with animation, and let's slowly get ahead with what we can do later on. So animate with completion block. So time interval 0.5, animation. Okay, so in animation, what we're gonna do is the frame that we got from temp image, we're going to increase it to the final frame that we created here. Okay, so if you remember, we had that final frame with us for the two view controllers, so that's going to help us. Now once that is set, let's add in the animation. Let's say this is finished, and for the code, what we're going to do is few things. We are going to first declare that this transition is complete, and we're going to, oh, I think that's fine. Sorry, true. So let's see what happens, and we'll adjust it accordingly. Oh, oh yeah, I forgot. So basically, we have made a file. Now we need to make an object of it. So let custom transition equal to custom transition. So we have made an object of it, and we need to return it here, as I've explained to you before. Return custom transition. Right, I think now it should work. So when you click on any of these images, it starts acting weird and you can't click anywhere. So basically we need to do a few things. first of all, when the animation is actually starting, uh, we need to stop the we need to hide the to view controller, and I mean the view, so that it does not appear beforehand and we can show our animation. So to view controller dot view dot is hidden, yeah, so it's hidden true. Okay, and we are going to add in here after the completion block. Let me just copy this. Let me paste it here and let me put it to false. So now when we run again, so oh okay. So in order to solve that, we need to remove the animation from, I mean the temporary image that we have from the view, so that um, you know the like the back button and everything will start working. Until then it won't work. So let's do that. Temporary image dot remove remove from super view. Let's run again. Okay, so at least the interaction is there. Okay, so the problem is here. It shouldn't be to, it should be from. Alright, so I hope it works now. Let's have a look. So if I press here, okay, yeah, looks great. Alright, so I'll tell you why this should be from, because actually it should be from the super view. We are taking the reference of the cell from the super view. It's not to. So actually while selecting the syntax, I just checked CG rec. I did not check whether it was to or from. So I guess that solves the problem, and that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys have liked it, and if you have liked it, do give it a huge thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel. I always upload videos weekly, so you can get like updated. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.